I have been on YouTube for just a little over a month, and I have 3 subscribers, one of which is me from my personal account. I've had an average of about 15 views, I think, on each video. And even though I haven't calculated, I would say maybe 8 minutes of watch time. And I am celebrating this. I think this is the best thing that could happen to me. And I'm going to tell you why in this video. The number one reason is that when nobody's watching, there isn't pressure. And in my case, for all of my life, I have done things by needing to be ready. Like, I'm not going to do something until I'm really prepared, until I have the full confidence, until I have all the training, I have the expertise. And in so many cases, things that I've really wanted to do, I have not done it just because I haven't felt ready, or I just haven't had the confidence. And it's held me back so much. And YouTube, for whatever reason, is the one thing where I just threw all of that out the window and I started before I was ready. In fact, I wasn't even really planning to start a YouTube channel. The seed had been planted maybe, a week or two before, but I had just had a good cry about, I don't even know now, something that had happened to me related to just being in perimenopause and midlife. And in the middle of that, I just decided to start filming, and then I posted it. And for me, that was huge, because not only was it kind of vulnerable to share, and I wasn't ready at all, but then to actually put that out into the world and just be visible, not just visible looking the way I want to, but just visible in my rawness, that was a huge win for me. And so it felt like I really crossed over a threshold, being able to show up before I was ready. And because nobody was watching, it actually felt like a big relief, because the pressure was over. Not over, but the pressure was off. And I felt like I was able to keep going, because a few views here and there doesn't feel like a lot of pressure. And so why not keep going and learning and seeing, using it as an experiment, seeing what works, what doesn't, and seeing if I like it. Is this something that feels fun? Is this something that feels creative? Is this something I enjoy? Is this something that can help me to become a better speaker? Is this something that I can formulate ideas and start creating videos that people actually want to start watching eventually, and hopefully learning from and being inspired by, or resonating with in some way, feeling less alone? Number 2 is that so much of my life, and I imagine for most people, is spent in the future, always looking towards what's ahead and not really savoring where we're at in this present moment, in this stage of the journey. And I feel like we all have this tendency to look for the next thing and think that the next thing that happens, the next achievement, is what's going to make us happy. That's when I finally get that promotion, that's when I'm going to be satisfied. When I finally meet that partner, that's when my life will really start. We're looking for these achievements to fulfill something within us. And what so often happens is we get there, and maybe we'll have a thrill for a minute or a day or a week, but almost immediately the mind starts going to the next thing. And it's this hamster wheel that keeps us always moving forward, and we're never really settling into just the deeper satisfaction of what's here now. Even in this moment, I realize I'm talking, I'm focused on this video, and I'm not noticing this just beautiful, cool breeze that is embracing me, and the greenery around, and just the raindrops that are falling, and the thoughts that come up of, should I get out before it starts raining harder? These are the things that are present now, and it's so easy to skip over those. And in the same way, with YouTube, like, when am I ever going to be at the beginning of my YouTube journey again? When am I ever going to have just 3 subscribers? I mean, it's possible. It's possible I'll never get beyond 3. But my point is that this stage of where I'm at is never going to happen again. I'm never going to be at the very beginning where I'm just learning how to use CapCut. I'm just learning what makes a good thumbnail. And by the way, it's not using AI. And the only reason I used AI is because it was part of the number 1, which was just to get it out there before I'm ready. But I'm learning, no, I need to have my thumbnails match the vibe that I'm wanting to have for this channel. And so really, this is about enjoying this stage of the journey and enjoying the next stage of the journey, whether that's 100 subscribers, or if it's starting to get comments and being able to engage with people and have people share that they're getting something out of my videos, or they're connecting with each other and there's community that's being formed, or somebody feels a little bit less lonely. Like, that's going to be a beautiful stage. And I just want to, as much as possible, just really be with each stage and not try and rush the process. Because that also feels like something very different than what I have done in the past. The third thing is that it's a really wonderful chance to balance showing up consistently and taking this seriously and caring about it and putting my time and energy and love into this, and not taking it too seriously. Like, being experimental and allowing it to just flow and to be what it is. And just to notice my responses, my reactions when certain things happen. Like, for example, after I posted my first video, I think I had like 7 views over the first week it was posted. And then I saw some woman who posted a very similar type of video. She was just going through something difficult and just speaking very vulnerably about her experience. And she had 16,000 views on her first video. And I think she got over 1,000 subscribers just from her first video. And my first reaction was just like, kind of like a gut punch. Like, wait a second, that's not fair. How did she do that? And just noticing this comparison voice, and just, yeah, and allowing that to be there and to feel the feelings along with that, and to not make that wrong, that, that I would be feeling annoyed. But then also be able to just remind myself that it doesn't matter, There's always going to be outliers. Everyone's on their journey. Everyone has their own experience, and I have my own experience. And so just coming back to what's true for me. So, that phrase, dance like nobody's watching? Well, my advice is to create YouTube videos like no one's watching, because in many cases, they probably aren't. And that's actually a good thing.